Rizzuto of Amy Rizzuto Photography, and today I'm going to be vlogging to you about what I wish I had known when I was a bride. Hindsight is always clearer, and looking back after my wedding day, there were so many things I wish I could go back and tell myself. Today I'm going to share with you my top tips on making your wedding day process as memorable as it can be. When you first get engaged, it can seem like there are so many things to do, and it's easy to get stressed. My advice is not to let this stress ruin your wedding planning process. You only get to be a bride once, and planning is half the fun. When you get engaged, I would suggest signing up for the knot. This is what I did, and I felt like it was a godsend because they literally had everything that I needed to know on this site. They sent me one big checklist, and every month they would tell me what I needed to do. Now, there was a lot on this checklist, and I didn't need to do everything that they had planned out, so make sure that when you're looking at it, you're really trying to decide what is important and what you need to do for your wedding. Booking your vendors is the next thing you'll want to do. I would suggest booking your venue first, and then your photographer if pictures are really important to you. Places to look are the Knot. They have a great list of vendors for anything you can imagine. The venue, the photographer, the videographer, the caterer, the florist, they literally have it all. I'd also suggest looking on Style Me Pretty. This is an amazing wedding vlog, and it showcases beautiful weddings around the world every single day. Style Me Pretty is also location specific. For example, they have a New York City Style Me Pretty. If you're on this site and you find a post you really like, check out who the photographer is and see if they're available for your day. Another piece of advice is not to get caught up on how it's supposed to be. So many times I'll hear people say, this is tradition and this is how it has to be. And that's great if you want that, but I don't think that every wedding has to follow a specific set of rules. I actually have a couple this year who is doing sack races and lawn games instead of dancing, and I think that's awesome. It's your wedding, and I believe you should make it exactly how you want it to be. This leads me to my next piece of advice, which is to grow tough skin. Chances are most people you're talking to have either planned their wedding or have thought about it. It's a big day, and this is something that people are really opinionated about. When you're sharing with them what you're going to be doing, they might say, oh, you know, this would be so much better, you should do it this way. And you have to learn to listen, smile, and know that what they're saying is not a put down to what you're doing. If you adapt this feeling early on, I guarantee your wedding planning process will be that much smoother. Another thing I wish I had known to do was prepare for the last month. In the last month, you have a lot of things coming your ways. All the RSVPs, creating the place cards if you're going to be doing them, creating a seating chart and printing that out and sending it to all of your vendors, following up with all of your vendors, doing your final dress fitting, and then all the little details that come along with it. Getting everything done that you can early will really help alleviate a lot of the stress in the last month. One thing I put off until the last month was doing my favors and getting my ceremony programs made, and this really stressed me out on top of everything else I was already having to do. Take a look at what needs to be done and do as much of it as you can before your actual wedding day. My last piece of advice is to keep the end result in mind. When it all comes down to it, you are marrying the love of your life, and this is the most important thing on your wedding day. No matter what happens throughout the process, this day is going to be one of the most special days in your life, and I encourage you to enjoy it to the fullest. This is Amy Rizzuto of Amy Rizzuto Photography, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.